Have you ever played a horror game and found yourself thinking, yeah, I survived this easily? Man, quit lying to yourself. You know damn well you're a civilian. I'm a civilian. Let's keep it a buck. If we were actually put into these horror games, bro, we're getting folded. The characters that we play as in game, they can run a whole goddamn marathon in 5 minutes, take 5 dudes at once, know exactly what's happening around them at all times. Like, can y'all do that? Can y'all do it? Hell no, y'all can't. You know, but this really got me thinking, what would be the worst horror games for a normal person such as myself to live through? And my first pick's gotta be The Forest or Sons of the Forest. I don't know what the fuck I just tried to say, but hear me out. You're stuck on an island full of cannibals that want to eat you out. Now, normally I'd be like, shit, you know what I'm saying? Come get you some. Come grab this meat. Your little snack is right here. Come eat it. But, apparently that's not what we mean by eat. They want to cook you and eat you for dinner. Like, consume you type shit. You know, but that really isn't the scariest part. Far from it. The scariest part is how they hunt you. They'll watch you from a distance at night, and nighttime is already a little, you know. I mean, I ain't a bitch. I ain't scared of the dark, but I will admit it is a little bit unsettling being in it. You'll always have that feeling that something's lurking in the dark, and in this case, I mean, there actually fucking is. Now, in game, it really ain't that big of a deal, but just imagine being in that situation in real life. You're stranded all alone on an island, completely blinded by darkness of only a little ass light source, and then you catch a glimpse of one of these cannibals looking at you, speaking of shit, foaming from the mouth, looking at you like a meal. That's enough to make a grown-ass man shit himself. And remember, these guys are athletic, they're strong, or they're 9 feet tall, and they literally travel in packs, so you are getting your ass beat. Sure, in game, you might be a 100-man army, but in real life, now let's talk about the cannibals themselves. They look real cute, don't they? We're all cracking that. But that's not the main point here. Now, in all honesty, these guys may look a little creepy, but they got nothing compared to the mutants. This is where the real shit show starts, literally. Cause look at that, and look at that, like, what the fuck is that thing, bro? Like, if I see this in real life, I'ma start crying, bro. I'm a dead ass start crying. Like, these things look hideous. And I just know these motherfuckers stink. Like, look at them, bro. You can't tell me they don't. Get your little nasty ass away from me. Like, honestly, the best comparison I can make for these things are that they're like cockroaches. They're both nasty as shit, ugly as shit. I straight up shiver from the thought of these things making contact with me. Cause like, hear me out. For the mutants, that's a whole lot of extra meat. And also, you have no idea what that meat is. Sure, some of it you can easily recognize. Oh yeah, you know, that's a finger meat. But what about the rest? That could be penis meat. That could be foreskin meat. And they're rubbing all up on you with that. They're touching you with that. And that's just something I don't mess with personally. I don't want no kind of meat making contact with me, even if it's mutated. But that's just food for thought. I don't know why I started talking about that. Okay, anyways, The Forest, Sons of the Forest, both scary ass scenarios they actually live through. Not only that, you'd most likely be eaten alive. But our next game, it's arguably worse. It might sound a little weird at first, but hear me out. Dead by Daylight. Now, some of you may know, I made a video basically crying the entire time about this game. It's a video. It's certainly a video. In another video, I did say I would fuck all the Dead by Daylight killers. Well, in my defense, I didn't mean all of them. I meant some of them, okay? Huntress, she can get it. The nurse, she can get it. The artist, I know she gives a mean blowjob. The plague, she can puke on my shit.
What?
Okay, that's... Alright, that's weird. You know, but putting aside the fact that we would crack some of the Dead by Daylight killers, putting yourselves in the shoes of one of these survivors and really delving deep into the lore of Dead by Daylight will show you just how pissed scary actually living through this game could be. Now, if you're somehow unfamiliar with Dead by Daylight, it's a multiplayer survival horror game with 4 survivors fix 5 generators in order to escape while also avoiding the killer. But here's the twist. When the killer catches you, he doesn't kill you. He hangs you on a hook. But why do they do that? Well, according to the DBD lore, you're being fucking sacrificed. When you get put on the hook, you're actually being viciously penetrated by a big black thing known as the entity. Now, this entity is actually oh my God. Dude, I'm actually fucking whoa. What was I about to say? That's not cool. Anyways, this entity is a malevolent being who basically feeds off your suffering. He likes that shit. So the entire game, the gameplay loop itself is basically one big ritual created to extract that suffering and offer it up to the entity. But you might be thinking, okay, well, fuck this entity guy. I'ma just fix all the generators and escape. Let's just be humble. Ain't nobody surviving this bullshit. I mean, there's literally killers that teleport. But let's just say, theoretically, you get a little lucky, somehow you make it out. Well, you may know that in the game, once the match is over, you get sent back to the lobby. Congratulations. In the lore, the same exact thing happens. You just go back to the campfire waiting for the next game. Okay, but what if I die? It's over, right? When you die, you just get revived and sent to the same exact place. It's basically a big fuck you. There's no winners, there's no escape. Even the game itself tells you that in the loading screen. Death is not an escape. Well, damn. It is a whole damn loop, so you repeat the experience of running for your life and being brutally injured and sacrificed over and over again. And at the end, once you're sacrificed enough times, you're empty inside. You're an empty husk because the entity sucks you, he sucks your he drains your emotions every time you're sacrificed until you're just nonchalant, you're empty inside, you don't care, and then he just tosses you into the void. Something like that. I might have gotten it wrong, but I'm not gonna research it. I don't give a fuck. Dead by Daylight nerds and geeks, correct me in the comments. I know you guys stink. Now, the next game we're gonna be talking about is Silent Hill 2. I do have a confession though. I've never really been into the Silent Hill series, never really played any of the games until recently. One day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try something different. And thank God I did. This is truly one of the best games I've ever played. This is probably the only horror game I've played where I was actually fucking stressing. They did such a great job with the atmosphere and the music. Oh my, the music. Whoever composed it. Akira? Thank you! Thank you. But they really did nail this game. My cheeks were clenched the entire time. The environment, the monsters, especially the mannequins. Oh, yo, those mannequins are some bitches, bro. My worst jump scares mainly came from them. Now, all of the reasons that I listed are enough to get this game on the list, but the reason why it truly belongs here is due to how these monsters exist. Now, in the second game, you play as James, and most of the monsters you face are the physical manifestations of his own guilt and sins. Now, without getting too deep into what his guilt and sins are, because I'm not trying to spoil it, and I'm also not trying to turn my video into a video essay, let's just apply that to you. Yeah, you. Any guilt or trauma you may have, Silent Hill is gonna use that against you to mess you up. I know, it's fucked up. Let's just say, for example, let's just say you kicked the baby. And now you just feel, oh, so terrible about it. It's eating you alive every day. I guarantee you, if you walked into Silent Hill, this place would manifest mutated babies that kick your bitch ass back. Or, I don't know, take a shit on you. Hey, either one works. That's what makes Silent Hill scarier than the rest. You're not fighting random monsters. You're fighting your very own guilt or trauma, deviously twisted into nasty ass monsters. The final game that I want to talk about is Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, I know, it's a bit of a cheesy choice. The game is super dated, and it pretty quickly lost what made it scary to play. The jump scares are overplayed as shit. The gameplay loop is repetitive as hell. But back in its prime, this was peak horror. But to this day, I legitimately think Five Nights at Freddy's would be one of the scariest experiences to actually live through. I'm going to focus on the first game in the series just for simplicity and also to avoid making my 15th joke about Toy Chica. Hey, but you know, she is my girl though. You know, you can see by these text messages. Now, I honestly think that the design for the first game is absolutely perfect. It's scary, but believable. You can actually believe that these are the animatronics that would actually exist in a real kid's pizzeria. I mean, have you seen the ones at Chuck E. Cheese? Somehow, through every point of their evolution, they somehow managed to look chopped as hell. Like, come on, bro. Who the fuck is that? Who is that? Because I know that's not Chuck. They never managed to do these guys right. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a bitch. Maybe that's what it is. But I've actually stood next to these guys in real life and I felt it. You know what I'm saying? I felt that unsettling aura. And they were just performing, so I could only imagine them actually hunting me down, and when they catch me, I get stuffed in a suit and brutally crushed. Because that's basically FNAF. That's gotta be one of the worst ways to go out. Hey, and don't even get me started on the story. 5 children gone missing and their bodies are now rotting inside the animatronics, and then you're telling me I gotta spend the entire night shift alone in a haunted pizzeria? Yeah, no, I would've quit at the slightest inconvenience. I don't know who the dumb fuck that we're playing as is, but he kept coming back and worked a full week. And this is the truly scary part. Guess how much he got paid for the week? $120. Let's calculate that. He worked 5 nights, 6-hour shifts. This dude was getting paid $4 fucking an hour, bro. Even back then, that wasn't even minimum wage. What? Who the hell was this guy working for? Mr. Krabs?